Memphis players told me that this rivalry re-energizes this week. Center Jake Slaughter, a fifth-year senior who initially committed to FSU, told me that younger players especially had an elevated energy and focus this week in the building here in Gainesville. It was palpable on the field as Florida prepared for this one tonight.
You just talked with your starting quarterback about his health. He left with a lower left arm injury. Will he play in this fourth quarter? What will your offense look like through the remainder of this game now?
What's the latest, Marilyn?
Laura, Brent Venables describes the impact of new offensive coordinator Ben Arbuckle and quarterback John Mateer as having come in and healed a wounded part of this Sooners program. Now OU and Mateer are in the exact positions that they want to be. Memphis quarterback Brendan Lewis is still on his back, screaming loudly. He's just now rocked back up onto his hips to sit, but is expressing a lot of pain and frustration around a left lower limb injury. He did reach for both his ankle and his knee. The training staff has got him up on his feet, and he's walking on his own, but very uncomfortable looking on his way toward the injury tent. I'll give you more when I have it. Incredibly efficient, 225 passing yards before he left in pain. Will you tell me what he said to you when you stuck your head in the back of the injury tent there?
He said, "You ready for me to go back in?"
Gio Lopez took every snap with a first-team offensive line and skill position players tonight. It affirms what offensive coordinator Freddie Kitchens told us, which is that Wednesday at practice, Lopez was a full go, and he was even better Thursday. Bill Belichick says this game is Gio Lopez's as long as he is healthy. You mentioned it, more than 100 yards for Torrey Blaylock. How does that type of run game enhance what you can do down the road? How about this defense denying a touchdown? How do they enable what you do when you're out there?
In addition to a few choice words for Terry Boozy, who was the intended receiver on the interception, Wiggins has been telling Ashton Bethel Roman all day long, you're running your post routes too long. You have to keep them short. Don't go that deep.
That's good stuff right there, Marilyn, and that's exactly what happened.
Kennesaw State trails Western Michigan 27-0 here at the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Kennesaw State head coach Jerry Mack here with me. Resiliency and toughness has defined your season. How can your team show it immediately? South Florida's offense has only scored 3 points in the first quarter this season, so Alex Golish wanted to receive the opening kickoff tonight to give the Bulls a fast start. It is a philosophy change that is sparked by more than 58 minutes passing between quarterback Byron Brown's last warm-up throw and the offense even taking the field.
Running backs coach Shabar Luke told Jaden Ball, keep your feet moving. Don't be afraid to get a piece of some of these guys. He wants his young running back running tougher. After Mike Norvell's offense was able to respond off the defense, getting his team the ball back, he said that's how we have to continue to play. That response is what a game like this requires. Knowing that Florida gets the ball back right here to start the second half, he says better tackling is the most important thing for us. Meanwhile, Billy Gonzalez says we have to start fast. We've been in this position in 3 of the last 5 games with our backs against the wall where we have to do more, and I told my guys, go out and do it like you know how. Mike Elko calls today the next test of his team's maturity and culture after they showed both in that record comeback last weekend. The Aggies have talked about being in an SEC championship in Atlanta and in a national championship since fall camp. But Elko says that doesn't happen unless they resist the human nature urge to look past 1-10 Samford today and on to Texas.
You emphasized that maintaining the Aggie standard is paramount today. What exactly does that need to look like?
Jamarian Solomon is still in Charlotte's locker room. He was not able to walk off the field, leaving the injury tent during halftime by himself. He ended up being carted off barefoot on his right foot, where the training staff was giving him attention. They are working to enable him to return to this game as the Charlotte defensive line is incredibly thin. Already his official status is questionable.
Evan Simon embodies the belief the Temple Owls have against this number 13 Oklahoma team. He says, why not be confident? I'm the best quarterback I've ever been. I can see defenses the best I've ever seen them, and he's excited to face Brent Venables. How do you assess overall the offensive production that you guys have put out there in the first half?
Yeah, again, we've scored 6 possessions. You know, my favorite part of the game there was after the turnover, the defensive response.
Former Pitt Panther and current Buffalo Bill DeMar Hanlon here with me. He is an honorary captain today as we celebrate in stadium Damar, how did this program set you up for success in the NFL? As that defensive penalty was called, Nick Menachouchi standing on the sideline, he shakes his head and he says, "This is not us. We can't do the second half this way." Other members of the offense are reacting the same way for the Blue Hens. They know they have to be truer to their standard. Turnovers taken through the air, on the ground. Your defense has scored. You've blocked a punt. What do you say to you guys when you step in there? Will Jalen Buckley be a part of what we see in the second half?
He'll be up. He'll be ready.
As Jaden Ball left the end zone and came over to Florida's sideline after that touchdown, he and Jabbar Jalouk, his running backs coach, embraced one another for more than a minute in what looked like an incredibly emotional moment, and Ball didn't want to let go. It seems as it is important for him to really savor every moment of what's happened here on this field tonight. Jaden, 1,000 yards on your season tonight. What does that mean to you? And I saw Jabbar Jalouk, your running backs coach, embrace you, and you held on to him for a while after that last touchdown. What exactly did he say? Already in the offseason, it sounds like then, how many people have been begging you to come back, and how will you manage your off season as perhaps you do have other options after a season like this one?